Hello, everyone. Today we are going to be taking some notes about our Duolingo grammar. So let's just go ahead and start with the title. At the top of your page, title this, maybe, Duolingo Intro Grammar. All right. The first point that I have to make is that in Latin there are no articles. And so, ego femina sum can mean either I am a woman or I am the woman. It's up to us to decide when we're translating if it should be a or the in front of a noun or if there should be an article at all. All right, the next bit is our personal pronouns. Oops. Let's spell it right. Right, personal pronouns are words like I, you, and he or she. And in Latin, they're ego, tu, and is or ea. Now these words are interesting in Latin because they don't need to be included. You can leave out these words. They're only included for emphasis because the verbs in Latin tell you who's doing them. So you don't need a personal pronoun to tell you. All right. Next, just a small bit about word order. Word order in Latin is flexible, meaning there isn't necessarily one set way to do things, but usually, starts with the subject and ends with the verb. And everything else in the sentence gets put in between. All right. I'll give you a second to make sure you have this all written down. This video. Okay, in our Duolingo intro, we've also seen different genders. Mostly we have seen masculine or feminine nouns. There's also a gender in Latin called the neuter, but we haven't seen many nouns that are neuter yet. So with these masculine and feminine nouns that we have seen, most of the feminine nouns are in a group of nouns called the first declension. And pretty much all that means is they end with a. Our masculine nouns are mostly in the second declension. And this means they end with a US, or sometimes they end with an R, like we're and puer end with R. And this brings me to a bit about cases. So far we have seen the nominative case, which is used with nouns that are the subject. Cases are things for nouns, and when you change the case of a noun, you also change its ending. Right now, in the nominative, we get endings like a, or us, or are. When we start learning more cases, we'll have to learn new endings for these words. But right now, we're still in the nominative case. It's simple. It's for the subject of the sentence. All right. Next, you have seen this really important verb while you have been studying on Duolingo, and that is sum esse. Sum esse is the verb that means to be in Latin. And sum, since it's the first principal part, means I am. And then esse is what actually means to be. Now, this is an irregular verb, so we want to make our verb chart. And so far, you guys have only seen the singular, so we'll just leave it with one column. So we have, in the first person, it'll be I am. Second is you are. And third is he or she or it is. And in Latin, these are sum, es, est. All right, the last little bit that I want to go over is our pronunciation. We have talked about this before, but it'll come up again now that we're doing this Duolingo and hearing a lot of Latin being spoken on it. So remember that the alphabet has no J or W. V sounds like W. And I, at the beginning of words, sounds like a Y, a Y sound. Pretty much most of the other letters are going to be the same. C is always going to be a K sound, like in cat, never an S sound. And G is also always going to be a G sound, like in gum, not ever like anything like in gym. And that pretty much wraps up our grammar for this first part of Duolingo. After you watch this video, please, please, please take the quiz on Schoology. It shouldn't be too hard, and all the answers will be